ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ करुणावरुणालय पालय मां भवसागरदुःखविदूनहृदं रचया किल दर्शन तत्त्वविदौ भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं। समस्तं ब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। श्रीवेदव्यासवैशम्पायनयाज्ञवल्क्यादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री आद्यशङ्करसद्गुरवे नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम अतः श्रीकृष्णयजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषत् पारायणम्। Again today also let us continue reveling in the Parayanam of the Upanishads. Itself is a great sadhana, and you all are doing it so sincerely, seriously. It goes a long way to help us, because through Parayanam, when we remember or become familiar with the words of the mantra, it becomes easier both for the Bhashyakara as well as Vyakhyanakara to bring the meaning to our understanding. It becomes easier for us also to understand. So let us do the beginning. Almost some 10 or 8 rounds we have done. The next round we do right from the beginning today. The Siksha Valli Parayanam. ॐ अथ प्रथमा शिक्षावल्ली शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। शिक्षां व्याख्यास्यामः वर्णस्वरः मात्राबलं सामसन्तानः इत्युक्तः शिक्षाध्यायः। सह नौ यशः सह नौ ब्रह्मवर्चसम्। अथातः संहिताया उपनिषदं व्याख्यास्यामः। पञ्चस्वधिकरणेषु अधिलोकमधिज्योतिषमधिविद्यमधिप्रजमध्यात्मम् तामहासंहिता इत्याचक्षते। अथाधिलोकं पृथिवीपूर्वरूपं द्यौरुत्तररूपम् आकाशः सन्धिः वायुः सन्धानम् इत्यधिलोकम्। अथाधिज्योतिषम् अग्निः पूर्वरूपम् आदित्य उत्तररूपम् आपः सन्धिः वैद्युतः सन्धानम् इत्यधिज्योतिषम्। अथाधिविद्यम् आचार्यः पूर्वरूपम् अन्तेवास्युत्तररूपम् विद्यासन्धिः प्रवचनगं सन्धानम् इत्यधिविद्यम्। अथाधिप्रजं माता पूर्वरूपं पितोत्तररूपं प्रजासन्धिः प्रजननगं सन्धानम् इत्यधिप्रजम् अथाध्यात्मम् अधराहनुः पूर्वरूपम् उत्तराहनुरुत्तररूपम् वाक्सन्धिः जिह्वासन्धानम् इत्यध्यात्मम् इति मामः संहिताः य एवमेतामः संहिता व्याख्याता वेद सन्धीयते प्रजया पशुभिः ब्रह्मवर्चसेनान्नाद्येन सुवर्गेण लोकेन यश्छन्दसां वृषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दोभ्योऽध्यमृतात् सम्बभूव समेन्द्रो मेधया स्पृणोतु अमृतस्य देवधारणो भूयासं शरीरं मे विचर्षणं जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्यां भूरिविश्रुवं ब्रह्मणः कोशोऽसि मेधया पिहितः श्रुतं मे गोपाय आवहन्ते वितन्वाना कुर्वाणा चीरमात्मनः वासागं सिममगावश्च अन्नपाने च सर्वदा ततो मे श्रियमावह लोमशां पशुभिः सह स्वाहा आमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा विमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा प्रमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा दमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा शमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा यशोजने सा निस्वाहा श्रेयान्वस्य सोसा निस्वाहा तन्त्वाभगप्रविशा निस्वाहा समाभग प्रविश स्वाहा तस्मिन् सहस्रशाखे निभगाहं त्वयि मृजे स्वाहा यथा पप्रवतायन्ते यथा मासा अहर्जरम् एवं मां ब्रह्मचारिणः धातरायन्तु सर्वतः स्वाहा प्रतिवेशोऽसि प्रमाभाहि प्रमापद्यस्व ओम शांति 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 ओम अत श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीयारण्यकांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय शाखांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदा ओम यस्माज्जातं जगत्सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदन्धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते ॐ अथ अष्टमोऽनुवाकः प्रणवोपासनमन्त्राः ओमिति ब्रह्म ओमितीदगं सर्वम् ओमित्येतदनुकृतिः स्म वा अप्योश्रावयेत्याश्रावयन्ति ओमिति सामानि गायन्ति ओं शोमिति शस्त्राणि शगुंसन्ति ओमित्यध्वर्युः प्रतिगरं प्रतिगृणाति ओमिति ब्रह्मा प्रसौति ओमित्यग्निहोत्रमनुजानाति ओमिति ब्राह्मणः प्रवक्षन्नाह ब्रह्मोपाप्नवानीति ब्रह्मैवोपाप्नोति ओम शांति 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 has so wonderfully guided in Upanishads for the knowing of truth. Nowhere else we find. Only thing is, we should be able to tune to the language and the methodology and technique in which the rishis are teaching us. We are into the inspiration for involving our life in doing the upasanas. Without upasana, with our own individual identity, with our own mana, buddhi, deha, indriya, whatever they suggest us, we do only that. And that's called as falling down, that's called as samsara. But the two things which we have to learn in life and do are one is upasana to the higher altar, what is in Pauranika Bhasha and what is it in Vedic Bhasha. We have seen even in Bhagavatam also yesterday. And right from the day one, we are taught here. And the other thing is the contemplation on the ultimate truth or the reality. And the convictions required for both of them, the data required for both of them, the inspiration required for both of them, the doubts, suspicions to be removed for pursuing both of them. All of that is the purpose of these continuous, constant, exhaustive lectures by the teacher and our Mananan Chintanam as well as discussing with him. And a goal should be in our mind that in a decided time, specific time, we should have the thorough clarity about all this. In fact, all the three things. The first thing is thorough understanding about every aspect of it. Second is the commitment to do the sadhana. Third one is what? The inspiration or the initiative, let us say. So these three goals we should keep in a stipulated time. Say 6 saal, 2 saal, 5 saal. Pura I must thoroughly understand what's said in either in Mandukya or is Taittiriya. Then a beautiful willingness in us, a commitment in us that at every and any cost or price, I'll reach out to the truth. Like we saw yesterday so exhaustively, even in Bhagavata class. With that zest and zeal and inspiration, the third thing is the sadhana consciously has started in us. If we can achieve these three, we are helping ourselves a lot. Now, in the two portions of the teachings that are given in the Taittiriya, the second is Brahma Vidya, taught in the second Valli. In the first Valli, now we are seeing exhaustively the way areas Vedic times Upasanas. In today's world, the Upasanas are going to Tirthayatras, going to the Punya Kshetras, going to the temples in our own locality, celebrating all the festivals communally or individually, doing at our own house various, what do you say, the invitation of Panditji and coming doing Upasana, or अपने घर में पूजा मंदिर में we do our own Ishtadeva or Kuladeva Upasana. This is what we see today. In those days, it was taught like the Vyahruti Upasana, the Samhita Upasana, the Medha Kamanartham Pranava Upasana, Sri Kamanartham Pranava Upasana, then Antaha Dharakasha or Dharakasha Sthita Jiva Upasana, then the Pankta Upasana, and the recent one is the Pranava Upasana. These were prevalent those days. Whether it is Pauranika or Vedantic or Upanishadic Upasana, whether it is what do you say, Vaidika or the Tantrika, purpose of both of them are these two, three things. Recognition of the infinite power and his commanding over every finite individuals, in which we are also included. Then our individuality cannot be without him. Therefore, we have to by all means tune to him. You and I as an individual are no more having any independent feeling that we are independent from the total. We are always necessarily and beneficially are dependent on the total. Necessarily because without total we can't. Beneficially is when we really tune to the total and invoke the blessing, it is such a beautiful benefit to all of us only. This doesn't click to us, that is a moha of the ego. है ना? जिससे मदद मिल सकता है ना, उसके यहाँ नहीं जाते। जो हमको धोखेबाज होकर धोखा करते हैं, आर ईगो स्टूपिड फेलो गोज एंड सरेंडर्स टू देम। These are small little things. We have to keep on correcting them. Small little they are, but the damage caused by them is enormous. So they have to be blocked or they have to be removed. One of them is this one. Always remember, whether it's parents, whether it is society members, whether it's elders of community, whether it is acharyas and gurus, whether it is Bhagwan, whether it is Mahat Brahma, when we tune to them and invoke their kripa, blessing, cooperation, it is always good for us. It's always beneficial only. We need not have that type of prestige or ego कि मैं किसी का मदद नहीं लूंगा, मैं अकेले रह जाता हूँ. That's not correct. Yeah. Then when we tune really to the total and he says Yogakshemam Vahamyam, when all those things required are taken care, full time is there with us now at our disposal for our the Brahma Vida Apnoti Param contemplation. Be wise in this way. So this is what we have done in Viharta Upasana, Pankta Upasana. Now in the Pranava Upasana, we have come up to the end of it. Where exhaustively we saw Om is an alambanam for doing upasana of both the Mahat Brahma, the Ishvara, the Rama, the Krishna, etc. And Om again is an alambana for the Upasana of the Parabrahma. Upasana Parabrahma is done through the Om, through the Laya Prakriya of merging all three avasthas in three matras Om, and Om is merging in the Amatra. And Saguna Brahma, Upasana of the Om, is what is being taught to us as an example through this Yajna, where we very clearly understand that Om is Mahat Brahma. Second, from that Mahat Brahma Om only the world came, from the Mahat Brahma Om only we came, and whatever we are getting from the world is because of Mahat Brahma only. Therefore, He only through the Vedas has given us the Yajna Yaga Prakriya, and through them, when we worship, propitiate Him, He blesses us to give us everything to us of this world and hereafter. Ubhayata Sindhi Vapnoti, what we saw yesterday in Bhagavad Purana. So this is what we were doing through our trying to understand. After understanding, we know we all will start doing it, and we will never stop till we reach the goal. That much inspiration is there. So yesterday we have seen Om Shomiti Shastrani Shagam Sande Omityadvaryuhu Pratigaram Pratigranati. Up to this we saw yesterday Omiti Advaryuhu Pratigaram Pratigranati. I am straight away looking into that portion of the Bhashya, and then next to two, three things are there. Having discussed them, then the entire Pranavapasana will conclude today, summarize. Then we give introduction for the next Anuvaka. That will be our study today. So, Omiti Brahma Prasauti. Omiti Advarihu Pratigaram Pratigrunati. So, through the Omkara only, the Advaryu is doing the Pratigrahanam of the Pratigaram. The Pratigaram is all either utensils or the items which are need to be utilized for entire Havana Prakriya. They can be the oblations that are offered, there can be some water that is sprinkled around, that may be a time of the flowers to offer. Jo bhi hai, it may be the ghee, it is over, it has to be replenished. So this Advaryu does the home ucharana, and then the suppliers understand that, oh, he is asking this or that. See what is happening here? The work is happening, the order is passed, order is received, order is executed, the work is done without uttering anything other than the Om by this Advari. So, what is the meaning of it? We should understand. The meaning of it is what? All these giving order, seeing that it is executed, through that the expected work is done, all of them he is superimposing on Om. This is called as a Upasana, which we have to catch. It is his understanding, it is he gave the understanding to them. Therefore, when he says Om, that means the Pratigara should be brought and he takes it and offers to next. He says Om, immediately the ghee comes. Then he says Om, then the one who is doing the Hauta, the offerings, he looks at us, the Advaryu, then Om Karkar, the Advaryu gives the ghee to him. His work is over. So Pratigaram Pratigrunati as well as Dadati, receiving from the supplier and giving it to the offerer, the Hota, he does only by Omkara. What is the point here? He is not missing Om. He is involving everything in Om. For him, be attentive. The words, the actions, though are done in Vyavahara, but they are not more important to him than Omkara. This is called Upasana. Like I am doing Abhishek to Salagrama only, but not to Salagrama stone, though it is outside with water done. But in my heart, I am doing it to Vishnu Bhagavan. I am not allowing the stone Abhisheka to overpower my Vishnu Bhakti. Rather, I am protecting my Vishnu Bhakti through Salagrama Upasana, even though my hands are doing Abhisheka, offering flowers, etc. This long time practice makes Om predominant in every activity. That's called as Pranava Upasana. Then, the fact is the Om being the Mahat Brahma, he is the Prajapati, Hiranyagarbha. He will fulfill whatever the Sankalpas we have done through the Yajna, he will also fulfill the subtle spiritual Sankalpa of purifying our Antakarana, qualifying us for the Parabrahma Upasana or Parabrahma meditation. These all happen. Those who do, they have got it. Those who have done it, they got it. Those who do it, it will happen to them also unambiguously. Okay, pratigaram pratigrunati. Then Om iti Brahma prasauti anujanati. Yesterday we saw exhaustively the Brahma, the main supervisor. He is the one who has trained all of them trained all the team of the Agnikas in an exhaustive manner. Now he'll only have to give anugnya to begin the thing, to continue the thing, and to end the thing. And it has Om Anugnya is received by them to begin it, to do the oblations, etc. Even to do the Purnahuti, followed by it, the Mangala Arati and all that. Pranam karo, sabka bhasmadharana karo. He says Om, everybody, the Advari Udvata and Hota, they have to follow. That is what is said here as Om iti Brahma prasauti anujanati. Okay. Now, this is what we have to learn in day to day life. You are Brahma one time to manage the entire activity. At that time, inside, you should learn to yourself to do the practice of Omkara. And if you have good team of people understand, then to them you say, यार मैं ओम कह देता हूँ, समझ लेना कि काम करना है. You be observant towards me when I say Om. It is an order to begin, in order to continue. It's an order to conclude. In this way, you can tell the team of your people. Then you also can do this upasana like being Brahma in an expanded mode, wherever the occasions are there in which I am the Brahma and the activity is called a yajna, I must do the Omkara Upasana to give the Anugnya for the subordinates to follow. So, to wherever I myself am more actively involved there as an Advaryu, take the position of Advaryu, but through Omkara get the work is done. That is what we have to practically lift what is taught here into our own day to day life. That's called Pranavapasana. For doing Pranavapasana, every time yajna is not required. Yajna is an example given there, certainly they is to do. Their respect, reverence for the Pranava is created, is developed, it is sustained, it is improved, it is experimented, it is practiced, it is extended in the Yajnashalas. That's what is the proof we are seeing that both Advaryu and Brahma doing that only. Then Udgata is starting to chant his Omkara. Then Hota also is doing. उनको भी मंत्र बोलना पड़ता है वो भी ओम कह के ही स्वाहा कर रहा है. So, in this way, Om is the one, this side is the source of all the activity that are happening. Om is the other one, other side is the support for the Mahad Brahma or Parabrahma. In this way, Om has to be kept in the center for connecting the worldliness to the spirituality, worldly activity to the Mahad Brahma. This practice is called as Omkar. Like even in Rama and Krishna Upasana also, the world we are there and our activities are there. Through them we are, through this Ishvara Rama Krishna, we are connecting both of them. So here also, the one side it is representative of Mahat Brahma. Other side, the Omkara is the one from where all the Rupa and Nama came. Therefore, every chanting is Omkara, every fire is Omkara, every of the oblations that are offered are the Omkara, to be offered are Omkara. Even the Kriya of offering also is Om. By this, what's happening, you can observe all the thoughts, all activities, all the forms, all the names are consumed by Om. When that happens, we have done Pranavapasana. Activities are happening, but not independent of Omkara. And they are never predominant. Predominant is Om with knowledge as well as Upasana. The knowledge is everything came from Om, staying in Om and going back into Om. That is called as knowledge aspect, which we have discussed last 3-4 days. And practice of that is called as Upasana. Activities are happening. Again, I am saying we are dealing with the objects. We are offering as an oblation. There's a chanting is going on. A vigorous activity is happening between the guides, the Advarya and Brahma, and all those who are performing. Yet, none of them are away from the Pranava. That's how the training is given to them. That's what they do. And these subordinates who receive the guidance from the Guru or the orders from the Guru as Om, when they find their own subordinates, some assistants, they use again Om only to order them. And Om has become such a pet, respectful, reverential, let us say, the point of altar for them, the Lord for them. That's what is the purpose of quoting this Yagnashala and Omkara Upasana there or Omkara utilization there by this Rishi of this Upanishad. The Rishi of this Upanishad, when he is quoting all the examples Yajna, only to inform that how much they are overpowered by the Pranava Upasana in their heart with the knowledge. Don't forget the first two words, Omiti Brahma, Omiti Idagam Sarvam. Omiti Brahma, they know in the mind. Omiti the Sarvam, they know the mind, in the mind. Omiti Brahma is their goal. But right now they need Idam Sarvam. Therefore, they are doing to get the Idam Sarvam, the said Yajna which is said in the Vedas. So Vedokta Yajna Karake, the Idam Brahma Rupi, Mahat Brahma ka Krupa Pakar, getting whatever they required. But all of that is not goal to anyone. Final goal to everyone of this, Parabrahma only. Keep that in mind. So we have seen how the Advaryu does the Pratigrahanam of the Pratigaram, how the Brahma gives the Anugnya, how the Samani Samagayanti, Samavedi, and how this even the main Guru or again maybe Brahma or Advaryu gives the permission Anukruti. Then how the praise is done by Om Shom Ityadi. So what you have to do, which is little difficult for us if you have not seen the Agnishalas much. If you see them, then you can understand. The whole scene, very active, dynamic activity going on. So many people are involved, and what is predominant in everyone is Om. ये मन में रख लेना. That much was the importance they gave to Om, and they went on doing all yajna. But the yajna prakriya पूरा उनको Om से ही निकला है. Through the yajna, they are worshipping Om only, of course, Mahat Brahma. And they know that Mahat Brahma Om will bless with them with whatever they want. Having done this, now comes the second group of people who are not doing the Dravya Yajna, but they are doing the Jnana Yajna. For them also, the Om is Alamban and Pratika of Parabrahma, and they do the Upasana of the Om to get the blessings or reach to Parabrahma. Keep that in mind. That's what the portion left out. We will see today now. Omiti eva brahmanaha pravakshan pravachanam kareshan adhyeshamanaha omiti eva aha. So, what is the mantra? Main man? Omiti brahmanaha pravakshannaha brahmopa apnamaniti brahmaivopa apnoti. These are the two sentences we have to thoroughly understand today. So, Omiti Brahmanaha Pravakshan. Omiti Brahmanaha Pravakshan. This sentence is being explained. So, Omiti Eva Brahmanaha. And who is Brahmanaha? Actually, is a big word. The Brahmana is he who got the samskaras of Yagnopavitadi. The Brahmana is he who lived a decent, respectful life outside, who has to some extent done earlier the Panta Upasanas, the Vyavruti Upasanas, who is full of that Astikata in him, who studied Vedas, and who has conducted, be attentive, Karma Kanda for sufficient time and got the benefit of it. Then he guided many people also in doing that karma kanda so that they also tune to Mahat Brahma to receive whatever they want. More important than all this, the definition of the or the meaning of the Brahmana here employed is what? For him, everything he does is yajna only. And in that yajna, he is not the receiver, he is only offerer. In offering only, he is invoking the grace of that Lord and he gets the results. And to him, whether it is to live a life with the family is a yajna. To be in the society is a yajna. किसी घर जाके पूजा करो भी यज्ञ है. So the one who has taken everything as yajna, in which he himself offered or poured everything and invoked the infinite for the blessings of individual, not dependent on anyone. That type of purely scripture studied, spiritual bent of mind, following all the spiritual injunctions of the upasanas, etc., and taking spirituality to their his day-to-day schedule or the life where everything is looking at as yajna and accordingly doing that grown up, matured, fully person is called as Brahmana. We should know when the word is used here. Brahmana kisko keh rahe? Not threaded variety only. As I told you, वेद को पढ़ा है, वेदोक्त यज्ञ आदि को कर दिया है, फल भी पाया है, ऐसा वाला दूसरों को भी सिखाया है। फिर दिन भर जो भी कर रहे यज्ञ भावना से कर रहे, और उसमें किसी के द्वारा हो, वो इज ओनली प्रोपिशिएटिंग द अल्टीमेट, द महद ब्रह्म सच ब्राह्मण ओमिति एव ब्राह्मण प्रवक्षन. प्रवक्षन मीन्स प्रवचनम करिष्यन. Means beginning with Om only, the Brahmana does the speech. What is the Pravakshan? Means speaking. What is the meaning of speaking? Pravachanam Karishyana. That is doing the Pravachanam. What is the meaning or purpose of Pravachanam? Adhyeshyamanaha. Om iti eva aha. Mm. Means what? Adhyeshyamanaha. Om iti eva aha. So Brahmana Pravachanam Karishyan means in both ways it is. The more familiar word for meaning for both of us, when we listen the word pravachana, is a guru is sitting and lecture there. That is also meaning. This is secondary meaning in the Vedic period. The primary meaning means pravachanam karishan means prakarshena vachanam karishan. Prakarshena vachanam karishan means very well speaking out. That means what? It is only the exhaustive practice of the Veda mantras. Practice of the chanting of the Veda mantras. If is only at the student level. No, at the teacher level, he is teaching the Veda mantrochara and chanting to the students, and whenever required or the schedule is there, he starts explaining to them the meaning of those mantras. So whether the teacher is teaching them, whether the teacher is telling the meaning of the mantras to them, whether the student is listening and learning and practicing the chanting of the Vedas, they begin with Om. That's our main point. ओमिति एव ब्राह्मणः प्रवक्षन् प्रवचनं करिष्यन् अध्येष्यमाणः ओमिति एव आह. So here also, like in the other earlier yajna portions, what is we have seen, here also we can see. So Guru says Om, immediately the disciples come and sit to learn the Veda mantras. Then what Veda mantras are to be taught, it is taught. Then after that is over, Guru says, Om means what? No, my teaching is over, you must practice. Then they start with Om and they do practice. Then they come to the Guru and say, Om means what? They have done a practice of it. Then Guru says, Om means what? They have to repeat what they have practiced. So the Guru observes and sees, is there any mistakes of spelling? Is there any mistake of the swara? This is what all superficial upper outer activity with the base of the Om as Alambana. But deep in the heart, as we said earlier also, Om से ही वेद निकले हैं. Om is Mahad Brahma hai, Om is Parabrahma hai. Like the moment you remember word Rama, you know the Treta Yuga Avatara, Dhanurvana Grahita, Dharma Rakshaka, Dharma Stavaka, Krupamaya, Karunamaya. Now utter karte Rama, how many things you remember? In the same way, those days, Om karte hi, then Om. It is a program of the Mahad Brahma or the Saguna Sakara, there is Mahad Brahma. And what is the meaning of Mahad Brahma? He is the one who is maintaining, managing the totality. In the totality, I am a part and an individual. So I need this thing to get, I need this problem to go away. Then only Mahad Brahma can do that. And I am invoking his blessings through this Upasana. All this knowledge दिमाग में रख कर ओम को छोड़े बिना द गुरु डिसाइपल वेद का प्रवक्षण भी करते हैं. Again, I am telling you, it is a very vigorous and very detailed understanding and vigorous exercise. Both detailed understanding, vigorous exercise. Vigorous exercise is what is detailedly understood is always kept in the mind. And what is the vigorous and detailed understanding? That's what so far we said. Whole universe is made by Mahat Brahma, managed by Mahat Brahma. Among that total universe, I am one individual. For my individual, whether I have to get out of problem, whether I have to get what I need, what I want, whether I have to pursue the spiritual, for all of that I need the blessing of Mahat Brahma. So I have to hold on to him. How to hold by his name? What is his name? Omkara. ऐसे जानकर So, for example, if the Guru is teaching the Veda Mantra Ucharana to the disciple, how he does the Pranava Upasana is there. He says in his mind, from the Om only the Veda mantras came. Because of the Om Mat Brahma only, blessings that I am able to learn Vedas for myself from my Gurus. And this Mat Brahma Kripa only brought these students to the ashram. And it is his Kripa only I am teaching him this Veda mantra. And I invoke his grace, Mat Brahma Omkara, so that his blessings make the students thoroughly practice this Veda mantra. All that in the heart and right side taking the alambana of the Om. That is the meaning of Omiti Brahmana Pravakshan. Omiti eva Brahmana Pravakshan Pravachanam Karishan Adhyeshyamanaha Omiti eva Aha. पढ़ाने वाला पढ़ने वाला पढ़कर रिपीट करने वाला ओम का ही आलम्बन लेकर करते हैं. Never ever miss Om in your life in any of the occasions. Okay, so first was the entire episode of Yajna Shala with all the activities that are involved there. They are explained how they are using Om as the Alambana for doing all those practices. Here, the teaching of the Vedas to the disciple by the Guru and after learning from the Guru, disciple also, even when he secluded place, कहीं जाएगा, जंगल में जाकर बैठ के पाठ करते थे वो लोग. There also it start with Om only. Then Guru only teaches him. Like we are seeing from day one, all these blessings of studying our classes, we are receiving only by the grace of Mad Brahma. This is taught to disciples also there. So from the Omkar only all that is. Even when they go secluded way to do their own to do their own Veda Abhyasa, Veda Dhyanam or Vedanka Ucharana practice, Guru told Om Mahat Brahma, because His grace Vedas came. Because of His grace only we came together. Because of His grace only Guru is able to teach us, we are able to learn. Therefore we must respect, revere Om. Therefore, Om they start. And then whatever the Veda mantra they were taught that day, they take it up and they do the mugging up of it. In between they get a break, we take a break. But when they come back, again Om karke shuru karte. And luckily for us every day, throughout our 6 classes, 3 into 6, 18 plus 18, 36 times we are also doing anyway Omkar. In between our kitne baar kare nahi pata humko. But conscious when we become that is Om is the Alambana Pratika for Mahat Brahma and Parabrahma. If that is maintained all the time, this reaches to that. That's a great, great practice it is. Now, Om iti eva pratipadyate adhyetum iti artaha. That means what? Hmm? Even adhyetah api Om iti eva pratipadyate adhyetum iti artaha. Means he is expressing his readiness by saying Om, the Guru disciple. Guru also with Om only showing his readiness, interest to teach. So the teacher readiness showing is with Om. Teacher beginning the chanting or teaching is with Om. The disciple also expressing his readiness to learn with the chanting of Om as an alambana. And he actually does the beginning of practice also with the Om. That is the meaning of Om iti Brahmana Pravakshannaha. That is the beauty of this mantra. Now the next two are very essential. As I told you the other day also, these are the last two lines which you have to be very thorough in understanding. Next he says, Brahma Vedam Upapnavani Upapnuyam Grahishyami iti. Upapnoti eva Brahma. These are the two things. What a powerful one it is. I don't know how to convey it. We'll try to catch it. Why? Doing the firm conviction in him that I am going to study thoroughly and master my Veda mantras, my particular shaka. Pakka मैं करूँगा. With this faith, they used to do the practice because they know the Om, the Mahat Brahma, he already blessed them to give this opportunity, and he will further bless definitely with them with the ability to understand or chant the entire Veda mantras. Again, I am reading it for you. कि अध्येतुम् इति अर्थः ब्रह्म means Vedam upapnavani upapnuyam grahishyami iti. No, lot of things that can be added in that. Main sentence is what? Definitely, certainly, I will learn Veda mantras. Yeah, definitely, certainly, I will learn the Veda mantras. Point one. Point two is this will become successful because the help of the Om. So there are three things. One is Guru taught me to please the Guru. I will do the Veda mantra learning and it will happen. Second is what? To propitiate Mahat Brahma. I will learn the Veda mantra because he taught me. Third is from my own self, from the inner confidence standpoint also, definitely I'll be able to chant. मतलब उपापन वाहिनी ही मीन्स वन डेफिनेटली दैट कॉन्फिडेंस की बात यहाँ वही because they are tuned to the Mahat Brahma, the Omkara. Is it not arrogant thing? Again, I am telling, listen, this Mahat Brahma Omkara only gave the Vedas. The Mahat Brahma Omkara only sent the Guru. The Mahat Brahma Omkar only made the Guru to teach the Veda mantras for me to learn. And the same Mahat Brahma is there in me. Therefore, why will not make me to learn the Veda mantra? Definitely I will learn. That is the confidence with which they is to proceed. Like many of the bhaktas in today's world, you can see so much of devotion and surrender to their respective the Ishta Devata, maybe Ram or Krishna and Shiva, वो कहते हैं कि उनकी कृपा से हो ही जाएगा और रियली होता भी है. And you and I, some of us have only superficial way of saying about bhakti, but heart in heart, तो we are all nastic only. बट रियल आस्तिक को इतना भरपूर उनको भगवान को उनको फेथ होता है. दे डोंट सी भगवान, भगवान नेवर केम टू गिव देम दर्शन, बट ऑन द नेम ऑफ भगवान विद द स्ट्रेंथ गेन्ड बिकॉज ऑफ फेथ ऑन भगवान, दे टेक इनिशिएटिव्स एंड दे रीच आउट. बाकी को लगता है यार भगवान आता है क्या, कहाँ आएगा, तो उनका नाम लेके रिस्क ले रहा हो, बहुत डेंजरस है. एज एज कुछ भी डेंजर हो कुछ नहीं, भगवान विल प्रोटेक्ट. And such are the story of Prahlad Ityadi. He didn't even call Bhagavan. He only knows Bhagavan is everywhere there. And he didn't even know or need to remember that Bhagavan will protect his bhaktas. And as a bhakta, he should pray to Bhagavan, कि आके मुझे बचाओ करके. No, such a percolated deep faith is there in him about all pervasiveness of the Lord, about the all loving and protecting aspect of God to everyone, especially to the disciple or the devotee, that he did not react or retaliate to what they were doing, nor is specially applied to Bhagavan to protect him from all the death threats that are posed by his own father. That is the meaning of Upasana. He was taken to various places to be killed. Everywhere the Lord came and blessed. He did not ask the Lord to come. Need not even call because so much of faith in him about all pervasiveness and all powerfulness and all compassion of God. That faith in the heart of the disciple is enough for the Guru to catch or the Lord to catch because that Lord is in the very much heart of the disciple. Then the entire burden the Guru takes or the Lord takes to take care of him. He need not even bulav also. In the same way, it is Mahat Brahma, the Lord, the totality, the Hiranyagarbha, who gave the Vedas, who gave the Guru, who gave to me the knowledge of Veda through the Guru. So he only will make me to remember all these mantras, chant all those mantras, therefore it will happen. That's the meaning of Brahma apapnuhi. Again, I'll read it for you. Brahma Vedam upapnavani upapnuyam grahishyami iti. So the main line is one, definitely I am going to do the grahanam or understanding or ability to remember the Veda mantras. How many things are there in that? One is my own commitment, जरूर मैं उसको सीखूंगा as my gratitudes to the Brahmadeva for giving me the Vedas as the orders received from the Guru. ये एक तरह का रीजन है कहने के लिए कि मैं जरूर वेद सीखूंगा. सेकंड रीजन क्या है, अरे गुरु ने बट सिखाया हमको, नहीं सीखेंगे तो गुरु विल फील बैड. Therefore, respect and reverence the Guru also gives him confidence that definitely upapnavanu hi, vani hi. मैं सीख कर रहूंगा. Third one is what? When my Mahat Brahma is there with me, do you think he will be leaving me without learning? Fourth one is what? My duty it is to reciprocate the love given to me by Mahat Brahma by learning this Veda mantras and making him happy. Hope you are able to tune and listen and understand. That is the meaning of Upapnava. Now you have to translate into your own day-to-day life in everything. Here he is studying the Veda Jnanam and he says ki definitely I learn it. Because the Mahat Brahma is blessing me, because it is my commitment to learn, and because it is Guru's order. These are three reasons. Throughout our day to day life, also, whatever we have to achieve, let us have the confidence that we will be able to achieve, especially the knowledge aspects, the learning aspects. And that how Mahat Brahma is blessing, he is coming in the form of Guru. Mahat Brahma is blessing, he is there within my own heart, also is my own Purushartha. So I will use my Purushartha, I will take guidance from the Guru, and I will invoke the blessing of Mahat Brahma. Because these three, every activity that I am going to do, I am going to accomplish the success. This feeling is called the Mahat Brahma Omkara Upasana. This person is doing that. When he says Brahma Upapna Vani Ihi, Vani Iti. Upapna Vani means मैं जरूर वेद को समझ सकता हूँ. Now why so much of insistence here? Why so much is because many of us, see, first of all, we are ourselves weak. We don't have strength. Second, we don't seek guidance from the Guru. Third one, we don't have faith in the God to be invoking his blessings. Fourth one, we ourselves never try to learn and we say कि हमसे नहीं हो सकता. चाहे वेद सीखने की बात कहो और कुछ सीखने की बात कहो और कुछ करने की बात कहो, we have so many, what I say, blockades in us holding us not to perform or not to do what we are supposed to do. उन सब के लिए मुंह तोड़ जवाब है. What a muh tod jawab? The Guru and disciple, they know, the Guru knows that he can teach to disciple knows that he can learn from the Guru. All that confidence came from within also, mutually also, because they trusted the Om. The Om is Mahat Brahma. We don't have all those four things. Neither trust in Mahat Brahma, nor the devotion to the Guru, nor respect for the Shastras to study, nor confidence in ourselves. Therefore, our efforts are zero there. Never कुछ सीखते नहीं कोई श्लोक वोक वगैरह. This fellow, he is taught by the Guru. Now the entire Shakha of the Veda, which is running into thousands of pages. It's not a one mantra, Channa, Mitra, Cham, Varuna. It is Sika. Pura Shakha. ये कृष्ण शाखाध्याय हो, शुक्ल शाखाध्याय हो, सामवेदाध्याय हो. Maybe if Samaveda, there are 1,000 chapters are in that. डरेगा नहीं वो. He says, the Mahat Brahma will bless me. My Guru will teach me. I'm confident to learn. I'll learn it. That is the meaning of Omiti. Omiti Brahmanaha Pravakshannaha Brahmopapnavani iti. So Brahma Vedam Upapnavani Upapnuyam Grahishyami iti. So the Vedamata कहती है यहाँ, when with this much confidence in himself, this much devotion and surrender to the Guru, this much of faith in the Mahat Brahma, when he is taking initiative to the learn of Veda, do you think he will not learn it? बताते हैं कि अपापनोति एव ब्रह्मा. He will definitely learn the entire Veda mantra. This is explained exhaustively about the one who is now at initial stages focusing only on learning the Veda mantras, which is the meaning given to the word Brahma here. Brahma means Veda. Up go to the next level. What is next level in the same mantra? Brahma means Parabrahma only. Now, at this moment, if it is Parabrahma, then the Veda mantras are only Upanishad mantras. Okay. Earlier, Brahma means only Veda mantras. So those Veda mantras he was learning. It only intellectual information, knowledge. Or able to chant them, by heart them, recite them, all of that. अब क्या है? Brahma means Parabrahma ही कहो. Listen carefully. Then how the meaning looks like? Brahmopapnavanihi Brahmaivopapnoti. These are the two sentences will be. Means what? Whatever the Vedanta taught in the Upanishad. So, Brahma Upapnavaniti, all the theoretical knowledge of the Upanishad mantra also I will be able to learn. And not only theoretical knowledge, I will Upapnamanihi, the Brahma Tattva ko bhi paunga. With this faith, whatever is heard about Mahavakya Upadesha, he does the Chintana Manana of that. So one is learning the Veda mantras, उसमें उपासना हो सकता है, कर्मकांड हो सकता है. He says ओम की कृपा है महद ब्रह्म का, इन्हीं के कृपा गुरु के द्वारा भी है, उन्हीं के ऊपर मेरे अंदर मेरा पर्सनल परिश्रम के रूप में है. With all these three, I'll put efforts, definitely learn the Veda mantra, here Brahma. First meaning. Second meaning is what? Again, the same grace of Mahad Brahma, with the grace of Guru Maharaj, my own effort. Here, the Brahma is not mere Veda mantras, it is Parabrahma. And first, Parabrahma teaching Upanishads I will thoroughly study. And the Upanishad guided Parabrahma, not Mahad Brahma anymore. Parabrahma I will experience. With that confidence he is to do. But in both cases, what Shruti Mata says is what Brahma eva apnoti. Means what? इति उपाप्नोति एवं ब्रह्म, तो उसको ब्रह्म मिल भी गया. ये वेद माता का आशीर्वाद है. उपाप्नोति एवं ब्रह्म, मिस करेगा नहीं वो ब्रह्म को. सो जो बंदा वेद मंत्रों का उच्चारण सीख कर उसमें उक्त वैदिक यज्ञों को या उपासना को करने का इच्छा रखता है, उसको भी वो फल मिलता है. बिकॉज इन द हार्ट ही नोस इट इज कमिटमेंट इज ऑफरिंग टू द गुरु एंड इट्स गिवन बाय द महद ब्रह्मा और परमात्मा ओनली. Second one also, he says Upanishad Vedya Parabrahma, I can understand, and Upanishad Vedya Parabrahma, I can also experience. So, and the Shruti Mata's quotation क्या है conclusion में कि उपाप्नोति एवं ब्रह्मा, इसको थोड़ा अंडरलाइन करना कि he will definitely get the अनुभूति of ब्रह्म तत्व because of his faith in the teacher, in the scripture, in the Lord, in himself. Not very difficult to understand. Huh? These last two lines are more relevant to us. Never we are focusing more on this. And the whole idea is what? Invoking Parabrahma as well Mahabrahma through Alamana of the Om. Therefore, immediate respect should be given to whom? Om. What to do? Keep on chanting Om till you become master of it. Thereafter, say that his Om is Mahabrahma and do Yajna Yaga and invoke his grace for any achievements you need. Thereafter, say Om is a Parabrahma and he is coming to you in the form of Upanishads. So, through the study of Upanishad, reach out to Parabrahma in the experience. In this case also, the Alamana is Omkara Pranava. This sentence is so lovable, I tell you. Brahmopapnavaniti, Brahmaivopapnoti. What a wonderful, full of faith those disciples. I learn Veda mantras, do Yajna Yaga. I learn Upanishad mantras, do contemplate, and reach to my Parabrahma. I'm so confident, and I'm confident on myself, my Guru, my Shastra, as well as the Paramatma himself. That is the meaning of it. In smart here, if you give value, respect, reverence to Om in that biggest way, Om also reciprocates to you. It reveals Mahabrahma to you, if you take it as Mahabrahma, and it reveals Parabrahma to you, if you take him as the Alamanam or Parabrahma. This is what was the thing said in Kathopanishad. Isn't it? Etadalammanam sreshtam, etadalammanam param, etadalammanam gnatva brahma loke mahiyate, etadevaksharam brahma, etadevaksharam param, etadevaksharam gnatva yo yadichat tasya tatu. What is said there is exactly said here in a little different language. Point is the same one. And one question which is again and again raised by us, again and again we are answering is what? How come chanting of Om, having faith in the Om that is Mahat Brahma, can invoke Mahat Brahma's blessings to me? Yeah, that is a technique they have made and they have put it. Do you ask how come when anode cathode has met, brought together, the electricity is flowing? You don't have answer for that. The system is kept like that by the Ishvara. When you do it, the result come, you use that. I told you to some extent how can be understood. Why can never be understood. Sometimes even how also can't be understood. To like on Salagrama you invoke Vishnu and keep on doing Upasana. विष्णु दर्शन होता है कि नहीं होता है. अब कैसा होता है क्या ज्यादा मत पूछ, करो फायदा पाओ उसका. Please remember again, do it and get the benefit. Do it and get. How it happens, it is called Ishvara Krupa. And to Ishvara Krupa, there is no logic. If he wants to give, he will give, that's it. There is no sequence, there is no system that he is bound to follow. He gives all the systems to us to follow. He doesn't have any system to follow. He is not bound, we are bound. हमको उनके कृपा इन्वोक करने के लिए इस विधि विधान के द्वारा उपासनाएं करनी है विदाउट कॉम्प्रोमाइज. But for him to bless us, there are no conditions which can be imposed on him by anybody. So anytime anybody in any way he can give the blessing. Therefore, you take Om as Mahat Brahma and do Upasana, you will definitely get the blessing. You take Om as Parabrahma and Upasana, you get the blessings of Parabrahma also. So both the results are guaranteed through Om. Therefore, in the Om, we have to become strong with our faith. So, Upapnoti eva Brahma. See, now the same thing we said in different manner. Athava Brahma Paramatma. Otherwise, earlier Brahma means Veda. Here, Athava Brahma Paramatma. Brahma is Paramatma only. Tam upapnavani iti. I will definitely want to. I am already wanting to gain that Atma. I will definitely gain the Atma in this way. Tam upapnavani iti Atmanam pravakshan. Prapayishan om iti eva. He just tells himself the auto suggestion that Parabrahma I will definitely gain. With that preparation, he goes to Upanishad class, listen to Mahavakya Tattamasi, does contemplation, reaches out. That's the meaning we have to say. Sahaja tena omkarena Brahma praapnoti eva. अब हमको बार बार वो जो दबा कर क्या बात बता रहे हैं, डेफिनेटली दे आर गोइंग टू गेट द ब्रह्मानुभूति. सह च तेन ओंकारेण ब्रह्म प्राप्नोति एव. Even this person also, with the help of Om, Brahma is going to get because of his confidence to get Brahma, because of his faith in the Om Rupi Brahma or Brahma through Om. It's a synergistic effect of his own confidence as well as the Mahima of the Om Brahma. That when he with confidence is trying to study Upanishad and contemplation, along with that he has got a faith that Parabrahma will reveal to me because I am calling him through Omkara. Both of them put together make him realize that Om or realize that Parabrahma. Therefore, Parabrahma apnoti eva. This is what. No, इतना बताने का सारांश क्या है? आप अपने सिंपल भाषा में बताओ. We have told, you have told so much. We try to understand. To some extent, it clicked to us. What Hota is doing, what is Advaryu doing, what is Udgata is doing, what is Brahma doing, how they are making use of Om. सब समझ गए. अब सारांश क्या है थोड़ा दो शब्दों में बताओ. Further, the answer is what? This is the concluding line of this entire अष्टम अनुवाका. कॉन्शियसली लिसन. ये पकड़ में आया तो बाकी सब आप जितना समझे ना समझे, आपने मेन चीज नहीं मिस किया. पढ़े देन ओंकार पूर्व प्रवृत्तानाम क्रियाणाम फलवत्वम. That is what. Any of the kriyas when you do by invoking the Omkara mantra. Through the Omkara invoking Mahatar Parabrahma. So Omkara Purva Pravrittanam Kriyanam. In other words, every kriya before you do start it, if you chant the Om, of course knowing it as Mahat Brahma, if it, the result is of the Stula Jagat, and knowing it Omkar as Parabrahma, if the goal is Parabrahma Tattva, in both cases, ओंकार पूर्व प्रवृत्तानाम क्रियाणाम फलवत्वम. ये हमको समझ में आए. कोई भी क्रिया कोई भी कर्म आप ओंकार के द्वारा शुरू करोगे, ओंकार करके करोगे शुरू, फलत्वम वो आपको फल देगा. And what is the condition from our side? That Om is the symbol alambana of the Mahat Brahma and Parabrahma. That thought we have to maintain. The power of the thought is that much that when you say that Om is Parabrahma and he should reveal to me, he reveals. When you do the upasana of Om, so to Om is Mahat Brahma karke karo, so his infinite power he uses to bless us. ओंकार के द्वारा जो भी कर्म जो प्रवृत्त होता है वो सफल होता है. इसको पकड़ो. यस्मात् देयरफॉर तस्मात् ओंकारम ब्रह्म इति उपासित वाक्यार्थः. इसलिए हम कह रहे हैं आपको शुरू से भी ओंकार ही ब्रह्म है, ऐसा उपासना करो. iti ashtamaha anuvakaha. In this way, the ashtamaha anuvaka is said. Okay, now we will go from this end to the beginning, what we saw last 3 4 days, and summarize in 10 minutes only maximum about entire Onkara. Then it will be a conclusion. You can do Mananam Chintanam of it. You can listen it also again, the talk. Try to catch the essence. We'll start from the last one. Last one is what? The last one is what? Bro Onkaraha Brahma iti upasita. First point is we have to involve in our life as a upasaka. Okay, and we must do the upasana. Whose upasana we have to do? Of Omkara. Taking Om as what? Brahma. Which Brahma? Apara or Para? Both Brahma. If you take him as Apara Brahma, then from that Apara Brahma Omkar only all the Vedas came and the Yajna they have came. And I learn from them, I practice them. With this faith, do the Om's Upasana as Aparabrahma. Then you will be learning Veda mantras, you will get an opportunities to use them to do the Yajna and all the karmas. You will be able to do that, and then Mahat Brahma Kripa say, everything of the world you gain, even if you want Mahat Brahma ke sath ekta bhi aapko mil sakta hai. This is the first portion of this. Same is the second portion. But the second portion, not about Saguna Brahma, but it's a Nirguna Brahma. So I will be able to chant or learn the Upanishad mantras with all the logic and do the Manana Chintanam and reach to that Brahma Anubhuti. With this confidence, you move ahead, taking over the Alamana, wo aapko mil jayega. This is the one last two things we saw. That is why he says the Omkara Upasana gives you result of this world as well as that world. This what result Mahat Brahma gives. If you take Om as Mahat Brahma, and that result will be a Parabrahma Anubhuti when you take Om as the Parabrahma. And before that, the Guru disciple introducing Veda Mantrocharana, they do it the Omkara with faith and they are able to learn it also theoretical. Chanting. तो चैंटिंग सीखना, कर्मकांड सीखना, उपनिषद सीखना. चैंटिंग के द्वारा बोल पाना, कर्मकांड के द्वारा कर पाना, उपनिषद ज्ञान के द्वारा ध्यान कर पाना. इन बहुत तीनों के द्वारा through the chanting you are becoming a very helping person in the whole कार्यक्रम. Through this Yajnayaga learned from the Vedas, you are invoking Mahad Brahma and getting all your this world and Swarga results. By doing the Veda Adhyayana of the Upanishad, we reach the Brahma Tattva. Sab Omkar se hota hai. Then, what was said yesterday, all that we know in the Yajna, every one of them are using Omkara as a means of communication. And what we did in last 2 3 days is what? We quoted from Bhagavad Gita. We quoted from many other Upanishads. We quoted from Patanjali Yoga Sutra Adi. All in all, the summary was the power of the Om, the validity of the Om. Shastras have authorized them. So many Rishi Munis have made use of them, realized the Paramatma and got whatever they wanted. Innumerable number of examples are there. Even in Gurudev's Chinmaya Ashtakam, Omkara Suna Makarandarasam, Sakshat Kuda Pranavsara Udara Bhagav. So all those things we quoted examples give. Then logically and Shastriya way, we try to prove how the Om is Mahat Brahma and Parabrahma. When the Shastriya way, we used the Mandukya Upanishad and proved how the Jiva Bhava can be merged in the Omkara so that Om is merged in the Mahat Parabrahma. And the other aspect exhaustive is how entire world of Rupa Nama are nothing but Omkar. So पूरा रूपनामात्मक जगत ओमकार है. दूसरा उसी ओंकार के त्रिमात्रों में एक जीव अपना व्यष्टि समष्टि एक जीव अपना स्थूल सूक्ष्म कारण को लय कर सकता है. Through that he can transcend his individuality and reach to his own self. In this way, last 4 5 days, we have developed some intellectual knowledge about Om. We have developed or understood or studied some quotations of the Vedanta Upanishad Granthas. And in this particular Upanishad, we have seen lot of assurances given, especially toward the end. Then the examples are shown to us how in the Yajna always through Omkara Salaman only, they were doing everything. So the conclusion is what? Om mantra we have to hold on to. Do that Om mantra's bhavana that it is the Alamanar Pratika for both Mahat and Parabrahma. Then, as a Parabrahma Omkara, merge the Jagra Sapna Shushupti Avasthas and Trimatras and each of the Matra in Amatra and realize who. In the Karma Kanda, use Om as Mahat Brahma and chant Om, remembering as Mahat Brahma at every step of the yajna which you are doing. Because the power of your faith on the Om being Mahat Brahma, he will ensure that the yajna is done systematically. He will give you the deserving results also. That's how Ohm's utility last few days we try to understand. Then the remaining clarities come to us only when we do little mananam, and true benefits will come when we do actually the practice. तो आज हम सब के लिए एज एक चीज है 13th of August 2022 we are taking Omkara with us throughout. Like the Puranikas take the Rama or Krishna or Shiva, for us the Om, 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 Om. Om is Mahat Brahma, Om is Parabrahma, Om is Mahat Brahma, Om is Parabrahma. And as a Parabrahma Om, we have to merge the three avasthas along with him Jiva Bhava and discover the Parabrahma in us. And Om as a Mahat Brahma, remembering that whatever the work we have to do, we do it as Yajna, or especially we do the Yajna, every moment reminding ourselves the Om Mahat Brahma, Om Mahat Brahma, Om Mahat Brahma. See that the Yajna is successful, Om Mahat Brahma. See that the expected result is bestowed upon me, Om Mahat Brahma. In this way, keep on doing. Iti saptamah anuvaka, astamah anuvaka. Now navamah anuvaka we enter into. Just Sambandha Bhasha we say today. Same thing we repeat tomorrow also. Then we see one of the most important of the portion of entire literature of Sanatana Dharma, especially here because he is blending both the samsadhana and vyavahara. बाकी उपनिषद तो साधना छोड़ के आ जाओ कहते हैं. This is the only Upanishad which is mentioning about vyavahara more than even sadhana. It is making the vyavahara converted, translated into sadhana, rather than for the sake of sadhana, you give a vyavahara. But sadhana also we are not able to do because the vyavahara is always remembered, yaar, nahi kiya, nahi kiya, nahi kiya. I'll just read out for you only the Sambandha Bhasha Nomo Anuvaka. Om Ata Navamaha Anuvakaha. Vijnanat eva apnoti swarajam iti uktatvat. Or only through Vijnana you get the Swarajya. It was said in the earlier mantras. Then Shrotasmartanam Karmanam Anarthakyam Praptam. Then all the Karma Kanda that is given, all the duties that are told to be done, in all the uh, Shrotasmarta Karmanam, in all the Veda, that become neutralized. फिर उपासना से सब हो रहा है तो फिर कर्म कांडा क्यों करें? तत् मा प्रापदिति. It should not happen. Therefore, karmanam purushartham prati sadhanatva pradashanartham. All the karmas which we have to do every day should not be given up on the name of upasana and jnana and sadhana and moksha. Else people get misguided. Therefore, even though we are stressed importance on the Omkara Upasana, we also said even does one does Upasana, even one can become Sarvabhauma. This is such a tempting one because of which we give up all our day-to-day activities. और वो वाला तो करेंगे नहीं क्योंकि उतना हिम्मत नहीं है. So what Shruti Mata is doing in next Anuvaka number 9 is we can never be freed from our obligatory duties come what may, whether we are a Pakka Samsari or we are Sadhaka or we are Siddha Purusha. In this entire Anuvaka, the insistence to of both of them is sufficiently given. Ki none of your day-to-day schedule activities or your life's responsibilities you should forego. All of them you have to do. At the same time, while doing them only, you have to go to a class, listen from the Guru, the Vedanta, make your notes, do contemplation, Chetanam, and realize me. Both are indicated. तो क्या हुआ सारांश नवा स्कंद का हमको क्या बताने वाले वहाँ एंटायर थिंग is on the name of Upasana Dhyanam. Don't give up your daily routine works. In fact, do them also as sadhana, not giving them up. So that is why Rutam, Satyam, all those things they come in this new mantra. So it will take for us 2 minutes to chant. Karke hum chant karke rok denge. Tomorrow when we come, we will discuss little bit. But with that today, we to conclude the ओमकार उपासना टीचिंग. ओमकार को समझना है तो बहुत मेहनत करना, खुद को हर एक बंदा अपने घर में जितना डाटा दिया उसको मन में रखकर इफ डज कंटेम्पलेशन टू सम एक्सटेंट यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड. Let us chant the Navamanuvaka today. See the meaning tomorrow. Om Rutancha Swadhyaya Pravachanech Satyancha Swadhyaya Pravachanech Tavascha Swadhyaya Pravachanech Damascha Swadhyaya Pravachanech Shavascha Swadhyaya Pravachanech Aditaya Agnayascha Swadhyaya Pravachanech Agnihotram Cha Swadhyaya Pravachanech Aditayascha Swadhyaya Pravachanech Prajanascha Swadhyaya Pravachanech प्रजातिश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च मानुषं च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च प्रजा च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च प्रजनश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च प्रजातिश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च सत्यमिति सत्यवचाराथेतरः तपो इति तपो नित्यपौरुषिष्टिः स्वाध्याय प्रवचने एवेति न कोमौद्गल्यः तद्धि तपस्तद्धि तपः. This is what is the big Anuvaka, but most relevant for us. Tomorrow we'll start studying it. Today we'll stop here. Please be attentive. Only one thing. Take Pranava Omkara as Upasana Alambana and do Upasana Mahat Brahma and do the Upasana Parabrahma. Get both siddhis. Get both blessings. That's the idea. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः परमऋषिभ्यो नमः परब्रह्मणे नमः श्रुतिमात्रे नमः वेदव्यास वैशंपायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि गुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. God, you have tried to understand, I tried to explain. See it further tomorrow. Stay back for 2 minutes for our next